channeling my independent woman. I feel awkward. Yeah. I know, that's why it feels awkward. Hey, hi. I know it's gonna take me a hot minute to get used to doing this, but you have to start before and feel very awkward and a bit, rare before actually doing anything. So I think it's a good feeling. My name is Grace, and I thought rather than being original and coming up with something all on me lonesome with my noggin, I thought I was just going to do the booktube movie tag because that comes with preset questions in which I do not have to use my own brain. I can use other people's magnificent brains to kind of introduce myself to you. One, why am I here? Why did I start this channel? I'm in lockdown. I'm not really doing much with my time, to be completely frank, and I have far too many hours in the day that are free, and I generally just spend it playing The Sims, which is not a productive use of my time, but I thought this would be a more productive use of my time. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to YouTube? I like watching, as we all do, a lot of different parts of YouTube. I love watching Linda Sun and Plumbella and more YouTubers that I can't name. They're blending that kind of style of video with the classical booktube style of video is really a missed opportunity, and I want to make use of that because I always am like, oh, that's such a good idea, and then it goes nowhere. So this is me putting it somewhere on the internet. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Like having someone to talk to, I guess, about things like books, because really what I have been doing is messaging my friends who enjoy reading, or sending them little Snapchat videos about the book I'm reading, or forcing my bookish talk onto my boyfriend. So instead, I thought that I would force it onto y'all. So I'm excited for. I'm always excited to try out new skills. I think a lot of us hold ourselves back because we're like, well, this is the 3 things that I'm really good at in my life. I'm good at painting, running, and cooking, say. And then you're like, I have never ever been good at writing stories. I think to say that you're not good at something or that you'll never be successful at something is so counterintuitive, and you're predicting your own future, which is impossible. So I think I'm excited to challenge myself and find out that I'm actually good at things like this. Why do you love reading? I think it's a point of connection and also a point of escapism, and I think that not many things have both those things attached to it. What book or series got you into reading? If I'm completely honest, it's not really a book or series, it's my mum. I'm eternally grateful for her. She read a book to me every single night. I get her to read me 8 books every night, as is a reasonable request. I've got a story, me and my mum, where I would walk up to the library for the first time and I'd get my books. I went home, I read them all, and then we went back to the library and my mum said that I had to return the books. And that was probably the most heartbreaking moment of my childhood life, because they were my books. They were not the library's books. I'd earned these books, I've read them, they're mine now. Then my mum calmly explained to me that if I return the books I borrowed, then I get more books back. So I was like, we cheated the system. This is the way to get endless books. From there, both my parents, very lovely, and they invested in my book loving, and I think it's always been something that I have loved doing. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be hardest to overcome? I have written down here on my notes, the point where I inevitably take on too much and take everything too seriously, so break down into a crisis. Which, is a challenge. Where do I read? Right here. In this bed. What kind of books do you like to read? So I love fantasy. I love high fantasy. I would love to write a high fantasy or a kind of historic fantasy book one day. Maggie Stiefvater is my favourite author. And if you haven't read The Raven Boys, please do. I will ship my copy across the globe so everyone in the world can read it, because it's phenomenal. There's a line in it where it says, the calico was in the shape of a cat, but so were some cakes. And I think that just explains the pure quirkiness and just brilliance that's in her books. Thank you for coming here, for watching, and I hope you feel so inclined to click that subscribe button, to click that like button, to comment. Oh my gosh, please comment. I just want to have a chat with someone about books. Let's think of a question. If you could mail a book to everyone in the world, like I said with my Raven Boys, what book would it be? Oh, and also, if any of you guys have booktube channels, please link them or tell me down below, because I'd love to watch them. You all have a lovely day. Keep on keeping on. Keep reading, or don't. Your choice. See you next time, babes.